Hi, this is Murtaza Badri, and today's Alive and Fearless Monday. I want to ask you a question. Are you struggling with anger? Are you someone who gets angry and then does things which you regret afterwards? You have anger problems maybe with your marriage, your kids, at work, at your job. Maybe you're just angry with your own self for something which you know you can't control or might control, but you don't want to get angry, and you even promise yourself that you will not get angry, but then suddenly something happens and you tick. In this Alive and Fearless Monday, I want to share with you one reason, just one reason why people get angry. And quickly, two ways how you can deal with anger and really calm yourself at that situation and be able to handle the situation, person, people, or your own self in a more positive way so that you get more positive results. So the first thing, why do people get angry, right? When we look at anger, and anger being something which we have seen even as young as 4-year-old, 3-year-old kids show aggression, show anger. At the same time, we have elderly people at the age of maybe 90 who suffer from the same issue. And we've done some research, and in my personal life I have also seen so many people in my life being angry, and I've been observing them and at some level my own behaviors when I used to be, I used to get ticked off in my school and college days. And I found out that there is one primary reason why people get angry. And that reason is we are not at that moment able to accept the reality. So what do I mean? It could be with your kids, your kid spilled or broke something. And that happened, but I am not willing to accept why that happened. My boss gave me some instruction, I am not willing to accept it. Or someone behaved in a certain way, my spouse behaved in a certain way, and I'm not willing to accept it. Or my finances, or something happened at work or at the job or with my employees. Or I just, kind of started my car and it broke down. Or I met traffic on the road and I'm not willing to accept reality. That's the primary reason. So if you think about it, give it a couple of seconds. And when was the last time that you got angry? With who? On who? On which subject? Which area of your life? Was it with yourself? Was it with someone else? And if you think about it, what was the reason that you got angry? They did something or something happened and you were just not able to accept the reality, what happened, right? Anger is always after an action has been done, after a behavior has been performed, after something has been lost, after an event has been done. And we just get angry about why did this event take place? Why? And that why often leads to an emotional stress, unthwarted expectation, and that leads to anger. Now, all this happens in a fraction of a second because we already have this kind of belief, thinking, emotion, and knowledge around life that whenever something happens which is out of our expectation, we kind of snap and we start either yelling, we start abusing, we even might sometimes go to the extent of physically hitting that person, or when it's kids or when it's someone else whom you can dominate and control, we start doing that. So now we know exactly that, hey, yeah, that makes sense, and I would request that you think about a couple of situations where you got angry. It could be with yourself. I am not willing to accept my own behavior, the way what I did, so I get angry on myself. I self-inflict pain, or I start, murmuring about I am good enough, I'm good for nothing, I hate myself, and I'm angry at myself because I'm not willing to accept me as I am or what I did. But you would say, hey, you know what, So what, just leave people and they just can do whatever they want, and what, how do you deal with them? Of course you can't allow everybody to just do what they want. But my question to you is, by you getting angry, you're not helping nobody do anything anyway, right? The result is not changing. So what do you do? Quickly, two things. First is accept the way it is. Now, what do I mean is accept yourself the way you are. To begin with, accept yourself the way you are. Accept what happened. Accept the loss. Accept the behavior. Accept the response. Accept what people are saying, doing, behaving, or what really happened. You don't have any other option, right? If you don't accept, you get angry. So the opposite is you need to accept. So again, I'm not saying, so my child can behave the way he or she wants, my spouse can behave the way he or she wants, and you're telling me to accept, but accept in a way that you're not acknowledging it. You're not saying, oh, the behavior is okay. You might say, yeah, I accept it the way it is. What happened, and I accept. And that's the first step for the solution. So first is accept what happened the way it happened. And I understand it might be a loss, it might be something negative, it might be something horrible, right? It shouldn't have happened. And you might have all the reasons to get angry. But my second solution is that that's not going to help. So first accept it, and second then respond with an effective result, for an effective results. So you are basically responding, not to eliminate, not to make the person wrong, not to abuse, not to say why did you do this and you should not have done this, but you are responding. First, you've accepted, so the amount of anger kind of reduces, and second, you are responding for a positive result. This is very, very, very important. So somebody might have done something negative, your child, your spouse, your boss, your worker, your employer, whoever, your friend. But you're saying, hey, you know what, I can't do anything. So that the thing has already happened. He or she is who she is, the way she is, the behavior, the nature and everything. So, excuse me, I am not going to break my head in getting angry. So I really want a positive result out of the situation. So I am going to respond for a positive result. Now, what do I mean respond for a positive result? So if my child breaks something, or if my child is not eating or studying, or if my spouse, I want something from my spouse, or a behavior, I'm not going to yell. So I'm going to, excuse me, I am going to basically respond saying that, okay, this has happened. Let's see what we can do to avoid this next time. Or, okay, this is what you want. Let me, kind of look at it in this way, that let me respond in a way that you get what you want and I get what I want. Now, it might be something negative which you don't want to acknowledge. I agree. Somebody did something nasty to you, and you can backlash and you can abuse and you can do all of that nonsense. But you can say, you know what, this guy is the way he is, his nature is like this, his language is like this, his mindset is like this. So I'm only going to respond so that right now, today in the moment, I get a positive outcome, I get a positive result. So I can kind of wrap up the situation. Excuse me, I can kind of wrap up the situation, and I can eliminate and avoid it and move on. So I don't want to engage, I don't want to become hostile. I want to kind of accept everything the way it is, and I am now by choice responding for a positive outcome. And I promise you, it doesn't matter how bad or how negative the situation might be, or how horrible the situation is. If you stay calm and if you think correctly, if you accept everybody the way they are and not kind of question why they are the way they are, and then you respond for a positive result, it really makes wonders, because you can immediately change the situation and you can change the outcome, and you can bring about more positivity in your life. You can be more alive and fearless, and that is the entire agenda for you to kind of start living an alive and fearless life and not be controlled or dictated by anger. So I gave you quickly the reason for being angry is we don't accept reality. And first step is you need to accept it the way it is. Accept yourself, accept people, and accept the world in the present as they are. And second is you need to respond for positivity and not more negativity, not a conflict, not an argument, not revenge, but you want to just respond so that everything is amicable, everything is positive. Either you shut the case, either you explain, either somebody learns something, does whatever you want them to do, and you move on. If this video helps you, please share it with people who you feel need this video and need to hear these solutions. It might help them with their anger, with their life. If you have any questions regarding the video, post it below the video. I'll be happy to answer any questions. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Visit murtazabadri.com for more free training resources and update. Thank you so much for watching. Stay alive, stay fearless, dream big, stay strong, and I'll see you soon in the next Alive and Fearless Monday.